Hello and welcome to Ground Zero, where I talk about different topics. This week's topic is about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. Before we get started, don't forget to blow up the like and subscribe button. I'm going to be starting off at the beginning of Season 1 of Steven Universe, where it's basically like average cartoon, like it's introducing the characters, what's going on, which is basically they're just fighting other monsters to start off with. And then near the end you see a character, Lapis, which is another gem, which they haven't really shown other than the monsters that also have gems, where Steven saves Lapis and she goes off into space. And then a few episodes later she sends a message talking about Homeworld and how the diamonds know that there are still more crystal gems, which is the team Steven Universe, the main character is on, about how they're going to come to Earth to look for rose quartz, because apparently that's who they're looking for, and to destroy the rest of the crystal gems. And it goes on, some, not the diamonds, but other like grunts, which are other gems, come to Earth to try and kidnap Steven and the other crystal gems, because they assume that Steven is rose quartz, which was his mom, who was a gem. So Steven is half human. And of course they escape, and it's like a few more seasons of like tracking down the grunt gems that ended up being stuck on Earth, and then recruits one of them, ends up bubbling one of them, because apparently the monsters were just corrupted gems because of attacks from the Diamond, which is the High Authority from Homeworld, which all the other gems sort of originate from. And then it goes on to where it's like, apparently there's a cluster that's a mix of shattered gems in the Earth that's gonna expand or take form, because the gems are basically just rocks, but what you see is their physical forms that are basically made out of light. But once the cluster forms, it's basically going to destroy the Earth. And Steven and Peridot, which is a character that's not at the beginning but comes later, helps come to the cluster to stop it from forming, which they, of course, succeed. And then eventually, later on in the show, it's like Steven's going into space, because that's kind of where everything's happening, like later on, because they're going to have to see the diamonds eventually, especially when, like in a farther episode, Steven's dad is kidnapped by Blue Diamond to a farm that Pink Diamond had for humans, basically to keep them as pets, essentially, and he saves them, comes back, and then basically Yellow and Blue Diamond come to Earth to get more humans, because that's what Blue wanted, because Pink Diamond was shattered and she wanted to keep the memory of Pink Diamond, so they were getting more humans. But then the crystal gems, Peridot and Lapis, and another one, Bismuth, were fighting them, and that's when they find out, Blue and Yellow find out that Steven is actually Pink Diamond, which they did find out a few episodes prior, that Steven's mom, Rose Quartz, was actually Pink Diamond in disguise, because Pink didn't want to colonize and take over planets anymore, because that's what the diamonds were doing. And then when they find out Steven is Pink Diamond, they all go to Homeworld because they want to get White Diamond, because with all the diamond's powers, they're able to fix the corrupted gems. But once they get there, White Diamond's kind of like not listening and sends Steven to Pink's old room. And then kind of they put Steven in the role of Pink Diamond, and since Pink made balls when she was back on Homeworld, Steven decided to throw a ball, because usually all the diamonds would be there, but White Diamond wasn't, and he ended up fusing with his human friend Connie, which made Blue and Yellow mad and kind of locked him and Connie away. But they eventually escaped, and Steven convinced Blue and Yellow that what they're doing is wrong and that no one's happy the way their society is, and they go to basically convince Yellow Diamond, which I'm not gonna say much more because that episode just came out, so not everyone's seen it yet, and it just came out like a week ago, so I want to avoid like too many major spoilers about what happened in the final episode, so I will end the video there.